What's up, y'all bitches and bitchettes? This is Brandon back with another knee-jerk reaction review.
Quick flow, y'all wanna talk that shit though. But I've been doing
We
this
of
from the
course talking about Dexter, if I didn't say that already. Episode 5. And this episode was a bit of a motherfucking doozy. After we found out all the shit about Harrison, Dexter kind of tries to, confront Harrison. He brings up, how he's got the switchblade, straight razor that is much like the Trinity Killers. Of course, Harrison, being on his toes, is like, oh no, I just use that for protection. I was alone for a long time. And Dexter's not buying any of that shit for sure, but at least he kind of fended him off for the time being. And then, of course, more interactions with Deb, all that, very, very good. Seems to be disappointed, but you can see her really embracing him and loving him at the same time, whether that be actually Deb or Dexter finally giving himself a break. Like, Deb, just love me on this one. You are a part of my brain after all. And we see the main killer, man. We see more from that. As we saw in the last episode, we had seen him take the green-haired girl. We'd already seen him kill the opening girl that he first fucked up. Now he's got the green-haired girl, and you're wondering, is that going to transpire? Will this one actually get away? Will that set off anything? Well, we got it here. She's super thankful. Goes to the same place. And I got my sneezes interrupt me. Yeah. And, she's just like the other girl. Like, oh, my God, thank you. You can't be serious. What do I have to give you in return? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, just, pay it forward. Whatever the hell that means exactly. But he likes to say that, so maybe that'll come back. And we get to see her, put up some fight, though, because she sees the same thing the first girl saw. And it says, you're already dead by the camera. She's catching on to that. And she's backing up. She's looking scared. But then she's telling him, why don't you come down here? She's almost trying to seduce him, which was not bad as a viewer because she's fucking hot as hell. And you can tell he's having some trepidation about this. He's all like, God, it's not what it's supposed to be. And he's upset. And you're getting to actually see his emotions behind this, where maybe you can read between the lines. I haven't exactly read between the lines fully to where I understand, but we're getting a little trepidation this time around. He's upset that she's acting this way, and he's slamming his laptop down. And then he's opening the door and saying, you can leave. And then that girl's being smart. She's like, make me leave, bitch. And he does come in, and he tries to make her leave, and she tries to stab him, but she went for more of a slash rather than a stab. She just went, Argh! But of course we can't kill off our main villain, because then we just have green-haired girl, and we're like, what the fuck are we going to do with this ending? So he then drags her outside to make her leave and says, run. Go out there. I'll shoot you unless you run. And she's not having it. And he's like, no, I need you to run. And she starts sprinting at him. And he's like, no, don't do this. And he blows her head off. Not her whole head off, but he shoots her through the eye. And you're like, oh, my God. And you can see his reaction. He's so pissed at her, saying, this is not how it's supposed to be, that he even puts another round in her chest. Because he is infuriated that she ruined his cycle. Now, is this just him being pissed at her for messing up? Just, he's very repetitious. He's got a way he likes to do things. He's very particular. He's almost OCD about it. I could see a serial killer being that way. Or is this something else? Is there something more here? Is there a reason exactly why he kills people the way he does and her messing it up? Or maybe just seeing her straight on bothers him rather than shooting her directly in the back. Does it have to feel like it's a hunt, not her coming at it? There's so many questions we had with that, but I'm definitely curious where that goes. Something else we get, Arya, shh. Something else we get, sorry guys, and sorry Arya, we'll be done in a second. Something else we get, I say it again, is Dexter's girl, dude, is all over him out of nowhere. And it kind of stems from a conversation she has with somebody from Miami. Who returned in this one, people? Fucking Angel Batista. Holy shit. I did not know he was going to be on this season. I don't know if anybody did, or maybe they announced it and I missed it, or they just kind of kept it under wraps because they wanted to surprise the shit out of us because it got me. I was like, oh my lord. I couldn't believe it that I heard Angel Batista's voice and him talking there. I felt like even more closer to the Dexter world out of nowhere. And he sat down and had, a meal and talked to Dexter's girl. And he talked about how he knew this guy that, at once upon a time, and he had a sister, and they talks about the sister, and Dexter's girl is just like, man, I'm calling her Dexter's girl because I forget names like crazy people, get over it. But she's just like, man, like, well, maybe that Deborah girl can help us now. And he's like, oh no, Deborah passed away. Like, I knew, like, and then he talks about the brother, which is Dexter, and he's like, and he had a kid too. And then he's like, I can't think of it. What's his name? I can't think of it. Walks away, and then it says, turns around, like, his name was Harrison. And for whatever reason, I guess just, you wouldn't piece that together. It's not the most normal name, but it's not the most out there name. It really stuck with Dexter's girlfriend. She's sitting there like, Harrison. Wow. So then next thing you know, she's digging a little deeper. And guess what Harrison in real life is doing? He's at parties, getting drunk, drugged up, losing his fucking shit, and he ODs. ODs until he's revived by Narcan. And what's his name? Again, names, people. The black guy on the police force is like, don't do this, Harrison. He's losing his mind. To which Dexter finally has an opportunity to kill again because he is going after the drug dealer that supplied it. So after he goes after him, he then learns that there's an even bigger head that he will go after later. But I thought it was kind of cool, the scene right before that, though, where he goes to kill dude. And he's like, yeah, man, I need some drugs. He's like, what do you got in the trunk? And he puts the fucking old school, hits him with the syringe of knockout juice, whatever you want to call it, the syringe of knockout juice. He hits him with that, basically tranks him. What do you even call that? Why am I blanking so hard? And after he takes him down, doesn't it sound like the most average, like, Dexter fan ever? Just like, he takes the syringe of knockout juice. No, but he puts him down with that, and as he does that, simultaneously the cops are pulling up. So he's like, oh, I've got to work on plan B. So he starts beating the shit out of him to sell it, and he's just like, what did you do to my son? All of them drugs. Like, make it look like he's just fucking a mad dad that's losing it. But he was about to, like, fucking put him down to kill him, obviously. And eventually he does get to go with the main, supplier. And even that gets ruined by cops. He's there, and he's about to kill him. He's about to stab him, and he realizes the cops are right outside his house. So he ends up having to just, he gives like a kind of a cool speech, how like that played off so well with actually being a serial killer. The whole part of him saying, like, but that's being a dad. Sometimes we don't get to do things. We want to do them for the greater good of our kids. So he doesn't stab him. He starts just dumping drug after drug in his nose. And he plants him to where he looks like, he passed away the night before, ODing, once the warrant clears and they actually can go confront the actual big head. Yeah, and it was cool the way Dexter did that shit, too, because the guy that he originally confronted told them where he was, and he talked to the girl at the desk, and she's like, I know you haven't been with us long, but you're like family that you're dating so-and-so. And he's like, oh, come here, give me a hug, it means so much, and he gets the address. Classic Dexter. So he took care of business there, and then lastly, we get the moment that's just like, holy shit. Something that Harrison had let in the daughter about. Harrison told the daughter that Dexter Morgan, or in this one, Jim, like, he's like, that's not even a real dad, I'm too drugged up, and he's not this, he's not that, and gives away some bombs. And she's over here like, is this just drunk talk? What is this? But she talks to her mom, and she tells her mom, like, yeah, that Harrison was saying all this crazy stuff, like, blah, 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 blah. And her mom takes a look into it and looks at the obituary reports. And the episode ends on her printing out. She hits the print button. It goes over to the printer. And you see in the obituary, Dexter fucking Morgan. Not fucking Morgan. You can leave that part off. I just added that in for dramatic effect. But you not only see Dexter Morgan, there's a clear as day picture that it is Jim. Jim is Dexter. How is he going to talk himself out of this? We're only halfway through the season. I'm so curious how he can word and work his way around this, because what's he going to do? He'll be like, oh, that's my long lost twin. Oh, that guy does look a lot like me. Is he really going to pull that? I mean, it sounds dumb, but that's his only avenue here. Like, I mean, what do you do? But it's spot on him. I just don't know how he gets out of this. This is crazy. That, like, this is about to go down, and how this is going to play out, and what's going to happen with Dexter and Harrison and teaching the code. I mean, he's saying Harrison might even be darker than him. There's so many fucking things, people. But this just interested me beyond belief for the next episode. This could have been the best episode yet. It's definitely in, it's not that outer half of the top 5, like my 4th and 5th favorite, but it's definitely in that inner circle of 3 best episodes yet. This was a great episode. I was really hooked in. I like some of the reveals and things that happen. And, the surprise of getting Angel Batista back, that was fucking cool as shit. And then, of course, the ending was just, oh my God. She has a picture of him. And it even says Dexter from the obituary. She has pieced this together, his own girl. How will she handle this? She's a cop at the end of the day, but maybe she hides it and is like, I can't confront this. I don't know, people. I'm ready for Sunday. Are you ready for Sunday? I know you are. Jesus. 8 point something out of 10. I didn't even do my Yellow Jackets. If you're back over from that, this was the first Yellow Jackets episode. The other knee-jerk I did, I accidentally hit stop when I wasn't supposed to. If you've watched both of my reviews, the Yellow Jackets got like a 7.6 out of 10. It's the first one that wasn't great to me. That's wearing a little thin on not knowing what the fuck is going on. This, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was great. And I'm so damn ready for what's to come. I know y'all are too, because that's why you're here. You're big Dexter fans, right? All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all. See ya.